Hi, Simple Life Ministry, Lorna here, back at you with another video. Today we're going to do a video on stew peas. But before I start to do the talking, I'm just doing one shot today, so I'm just gonna go right ahead in the explanation. So I already put the peas to boil in some coconut milk from before, and now that the peas is already cooked down in some coconut milk, I just add the rest, and I add some more garlic and a little piece of ginger with that, and I had some pimento seeds, and in there I'm going to go ahead and add some carrots, onions, sweet potato. This is my my broadleaf thyme, there's a name for it, and the Scotch bonnet, some scallion, some regular thyme. I'm just gonna pour all of that, and then I am going to make some spinners to go inside there too. And while it is going to simmer down, I just want to put all of those with the peas so it can cook together and come together properly. So I already went ahead and seasoned the peas while it was cooking. So now I'm just re-seasoning it because I'm adding the provisions because I want it to have that lovely taste. I cannot depend on the seasoning that I already put in before because those are already cooked into the peas. Now I have to refresh it so that it will taste good. We have to remember that this is our meat, right? There's no meat inside of it, so everything that we're putting in it has to taste good. So I like to season up my things properly, because that way that's how the flavor comes. And if you put enough natural seasoning, you can make different kind of dumpling to go in there. Make some spinners, make some small little cartwheels, and go like that. This is whole wheat dumplings I'm making here. So what was I saying? Yes, you season it, season up your pot nicely so that, and what I do, I don't try to use the water. You know, when you squeeze the coconut milk, and you will do it twice. So the first one is the thick rich milk, that one you put aside to use at the end, and the watery part of the milk, you use that part to cook the peas so that it can you can add the richness at the latter end to make it taste good. In this family, you do not have to put any oil in this dish, because remember that the coconut milk has oil in it too. It already have its own fat, so you don't need to add any more. And I have a recipe on my channel how I make my natural seasoning. You could add some of that with some purple onion, that I have a recipe there also. And this is some homemade garlic powder that I make. So most of the things that I use are things that I make here. So I'm just gonna go ahead. I did not add any salt in it as yet, so I'm just gonna use them like that. At the end of it, I will add the salt. Red beans are good for you, but you have to remember that you have to soak it overnight. Soak your beans, because remember that they have the phytochemicals on them that you need to get rid of, or they will make you feel gassy. You will, you know, do that thing that you don't want to be doing. And some people, like I said before in another video, are turned off from eating beans because they did not know that that is the way that it's supposed to be prepared in order for them to not have that bloatedness that comes with it. One of the way that you could even do the pimento seed is when you get it like there, and you could just make a little hole like that and just put the pimento seed inside. Put the pimento seed inside there. Hide them, because sometimes when we do not want to be picking out the seeds, you just hide it in there like that, and it will still get the flavor. Seeing that I already even put 2 in there before, so I hide those 2 so you don't have to pick them out. They will be buried inside the Scotch bonnet pepper. So this is how creamy, how nice this is turning out to be, family. You don't really, we become accustomed to eating meat, and believe me, it's not easy not to want it. But when you get there and when you start to cook and prepare your own meals and turn your hand and spice up your thing, if you could find a nice vegetarian noodle now, you could put a vegetarian noodle inside of this. But because I have my own natural seasoning, I don't need to add that to it. And then again, I just remembered it probably have MSG in it if you were to buy one. So that would be a no-no. So family, the red beans are really good for you. Like I said before, they have iron, they have phosphorus, they have potassium. Beans are great for your health, and they're full of fibers. So we need to consume more of it. And the thing about it is that when we consume meat, it takes away the time when we are supposed to be consuming things like these, which are healthier and better for our brain, for our bodies, for us to function, for us to be energetic and be healthy. So try to do less of the meat and go over to the beans, because they like I said, they are really good for us. And you can, the red beans come in different varieties. Some say red peas, some say red beans, some say kidney beans, but they're all, to me, the same. This is what it looks like, and I just put it to soak. I write it here, red kidney. So I put it to soak last night. I actually went to bed and I remember, and I came back and put it to soak. And this morning, by the time I cooked it a little with the coconut milk there, I saw that it was softening up. So it didn't take long at all. So all you have to do, remember, I remember growing up, and my parents used to put the beans to soak overnight. But their reason was to make sure it cooked quickly on Sunday morning. But now I learned that there was more to it. So, which I'm sure they probably didn't even know. But nevertheless, it was good for us that they were soaking the beans. So, what I like to also do, when I put the bean to cook, I shred some garlic in it, and I put it to cook in cold water. And I find that the garlic help it to cook faster with the cold water. And in this case, it wasn't cold water I used the cold milk. So give it a try. The secret to cooking the stew peas or anything when you're making stew with using the peas is to add some sweet potato. So try not to omit that. And even the carrots, nice too, because they're sweet. So pimento seed and sweet potato to me is a must in that dish. It really makes it taste good. So here you have now, family. It's coming together here. Nice. the taste of the thyme here, the broadleaf thyme, and I usually eat it. These things, family, I don't take out when I am serving it for myself, because if they all have health benefits, why am I going to be removing them from the pot? I did one of this earlier today, but we had it for dinner, and I forgot that I was going to make a video with it, or else you would have seen more peas inside of it. So I split it in two so that I could so yeah, this is it. This is a whole meal on itself. If you want to have, depending what you're serving it with, usually it's recommended to serve this with rice, but you can have it with provisions if you want. So this, now I could turn this off because this would be for tomorrow. I already have my supper today, so I want to leave it here now, so when I'm ready to warm it up tomorrow, there is enough sauce in it to give me time for it to warm. So let me just share a little to show you how I would plate this. So again, you could serve this with it's around here. You could serve this with some basmati rice. You could serve it with quinoa. You could serve it with teff. Whatever you have available, you can just go ahead and use that up. So I'm just gonna do a little here just to show you. Look at this, family. Oh, it's gonna taste so nice with the sweet potatoes inside of it. So good, so good. And you can add as much flour, as much dumpling to it as you want. You can add as much sweet potato, pumpkin. For this one, I just wanted to come and just to show you a little presentation here of how I do. And you want to ice this up a bit so that it can be on like a mount there. And that's it, because I want to leave sauce. I will turn this off now. So here you go, family. Hope you can see my Jamaican stew peas. Nice and fresh, vegan, plant-based, and I know it's yummy because, like I said, I just made it, and I know. But let me just go ahead and just taste a little for you to show you. It's hard to try things when I just plate it because it's really, really hot. So, Daddy, you just had some. How was it?
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. All right. And you're not just saying
it? No. Not at all.
Okay. So, family, you got to do this, and you have to do it with the dumpling. If you don't have the whole wheat dumpling, you can make the oat dumpling, or you can use coconut flour with some buckwheat flour. You can add some flaxseed in with it, and just turn it around and do. I'm just trying to make this cool in the meantime. The only thing, it could take some salt. I did not add the salt to it, because the other seasons that I have already had salt to it. But it's fine with me. But if I was going to give this to my husband, I would add a little salt to it. So, family, here you have it. Please remember to share this video, to like it, to subscribe if you haven't done so as yet, and leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you, and God bless.